Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Hope you all have a really great day. I'm here today with a beautiful Moza Bella, a business coach, to talk about setting goals. So, thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you so much for taking your time. I hope we will have a great discussion today and our audience get benefit from it. So, Moza Bella, tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me what do you do, and a brief story about your life and how did you get into the space.
Well, thank you, Hazel. Now, first of all, I think you are amazing. And
Thank you so
honestly,
much.
when we met on social media, right? Here
Yeah.
you are in Dubai, and here I am in Chicago, and somehow we met. It's like it's amazing. The world is just an amazing place right now, and I'm so thankful for that opportunity. I've learned that I didn't learn much about you, but from our previous conversation, I learned about your journey, and I was so impressed. So thank you. It's my honor to be here with you and your audience.
Thank you.
My name is Moza Bella. You guys can call me Moza to make it easy. I am a business coach, and I am licensed by Grant Cardone, and that's his picture right there. Grant Cardone is a self-made billionaire, and I am licensed by him to speak, coach, and train individuals as well as businesses to be more successful in life, to make more money, to
Yeah.
excel, because that's what he believes. He believes that the majority of everyone, all over the world, we come from either poor or middle class mindset.
Yeah.
And why can people be rich? Why can people be more wealthy?
Mhm.
And he thinks it's just there are steps that we can practice. It has to be, and I would like to use the word practice because we have to do it every day, right? You cannot just do one thing one day and then you expect to have a different change in your life. It's not going to happen. So, and we have to be disciplined, and if we keep doing it, it's going to happen. So that's what I do. That's what I believe in, and it's worked for a lot of people. So that's my inspiration. I
Wow.
don't know if I answer your question, but yes, that's who I am, and that's what I do.
You're amazing. I loved you from the first day that we started talking, and I still love you, and I love you more because I know more about you. So, about our topic, we are here to talk about setting goals, either in
Mhm.
personal life and in business. So, what is your definition for goal setting?
For me, I think, just like I talk to all of the people that I do my coaching, goal setting is very important. It's one of the most important component for us to be successful. Goal is your future reality that you paint on your mind.
Mm.
So think about it. Whatever that you paint on your mind that you want yourself to live in, that future is going to become a reality if
Mhm.
you work on it. All right. So it's attainable. We just have to work on it. So to me, that's goals.
Wow, nice. So you said something. So tell me, what do you think? Like, what is according to you as a business coach? What is the importance of setting goals in our personal life? How setting goals in our personal life? Because before being an entrepreneur, before being a
Mhm.
business owner, before being anything that we are going to be in a part of our life, we are in our personal life. It's very important. So that's what is leading us for being who we are right now and being who
Mhm.
we want to be in future. So what is the
Mhm.
importance of setting goals in our personal life? How it can help us, according to you, how it can help us to get to know more about ourselves?
Um, Goal is, without the goal, it's like you don't have any destination.
Mm.
Either you want to wander, here and there, or you want to know exactly where you want to go to. Just like, for instance, if I would like to go to the market, okay, I want to go for grocery shopping. Well, there are options, right?
Mm.
We have 5 stores around here. But no, that is the very store that I would like to go to. That's my goal. So how do I get there? in the shortest time and do whatever I need to do, use my time very efficiently when I'm there. So that's very important. So it's just like anything, it's the destination that we would like the goal is something that we would like to achieve, the destination that we would like to get there, and it's very important. Otherwise, we would spend our time and wasting our time in life.
Exactly. So just something to add up to what you said is our destination, right? So when we know our destination, when we know that when we really want to go, where is the place we really want to go? So we know something else about ourselves. We know that who we really are. What are we capable of? What we can do? What is our potential? So when we really set some goals in future, you say like, that's the place I want to be in maybe 1 year. That's the place where I want to be in 5 years. Where we set some goals for ourselves, we look at ourselves and we say, yeah, while I'm setting a goal like this, that means I have the passion, I have the ability to do that, to go there. So that helps us also to get to know ourselves much better. So that's one of the strategies I always use with my clients and with people I work with. I say, if you want to know more about yourself, your goals, if you want to get to know more about yourself right now, write down your goals. Think about what are your goals without thinking about anything else, without thinking about all of the limitations around you or things that you think might be a block for you. Without thinking about that, regarding like of anything, just write down some goals. Then you will get to know yourself. You say, okay, if this is my goal, that means I am something. That means I am in a place where I set some goals in my life. So that's very important to get to know ourselves in a deeper level, that we have the potential to be a better person in the future. So that's so true.
You're absolutely right. Yep, you're absolutely right. And I just want to say that and thank you for mentioning that, because in order for us to set the goal, we have to ask ourselves why, right? And I'm sure that you do that as well in your coaching career. We have to ask, okay, well, you ask a client or anybody, what's your goal? And they said, okay, this is what I want. And why is that? Why is that important to you? They have to go in deep down inside of them. And very surprisingly, and it's very interestingly, sometimes people say it because it sounds right, or because that's what my husband wants, or I think that should be right for my children. No, it's not about them. It's about you. Why is it important to you? And that's why I'm so glad that you mentioned, because, it's actually you would give that person, whoever that has the opportunity to sit in front of you, to look deeper inside themselves, right? And actually find out what are the values that are really important to them. So great. I just wanted to make sure that I echo on that. Absolutely.
Yeah. So there's something else I really say about the why, because it's very important. Whenever you set some goal, any goal, it's a business, it's a personal life goal, just ask yourself a question, as you said, why, and go 7 levels deeper into your why, which I learned this from Dean Graziosi, which is a great person.
That's right.
So he mentioned this, say, go deep down into your personality 7 times and ask yourself, for example, is this your goal? Why this is your goal? For example, you wanna make money. Why you wanna make money? So go deep down into your why, and you will get to the exact why. And if this is your real why, if this is your real goal, if this is what you really want to do in your life. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes when you go 7 levels deeper into your why, you say that maybe that's not something you want to do. If actually you got to the point by 7 times, you got to a point, you realize that this is really what you want to do. So that's exactly a good goal for you. So let's move to business, because you're a business coach, which is very important in business. Like I would say, we can't move forward in business without that. because on daily basis, I see a lot of ladies started their business without a plan. A lot of
Mm,
people start their business without a plan. That's why they don't know where to go. So, what is the
mhm.
importance of setting goal in business?
Um, well, first of all, I was that woman, more than 20 years ago because I started the business by myself. It's not
Oh,
because I did not want to have a coach. It's because I didn't know there was such thing existed during that
mm,
time, right? So you
right.
were young. I was in my early 20s. I thought, okay, I had a great idea. I have such a passion. I'm going to just do it, right? So you just learn, you ask people advice here and there. So the people that you came across to ask the advice, sometimes they give the advice based on the knowledge and the experience that they know, and that may or may not be suitable with you and your vision and your plan and everything that you do in your business.
True.
So it's good that we can go and ask people, but be careful of who that you ask the advice of. Okay.
Mm,
So that's, I didn't have that. And that's why, the reason why that I am now become I've been a business coach is because of the pain that I had to go through in the past. So I'm thinking, instead of, any women out there that you said that they may have a passion and they really love what they do right now, they have a talent, they have a call that they really want to spread it out to the world, to serve the world, right? But they don't have a plan, they don't have a coach. They can do it by themselves, but maybe it's going to take another 10 years to get there. But
true.
it would be faster if you have somebody like you, like myself, who already paid. I spent like 20 years, and I don't want anybody to waste that 20 years. I would like to get you there in 1 year and in 2 years, right? And that's why I have mentors. That's why I have coaches. But anyway, besides the point, and you asked me about the importance of having a coach in business. Is that what you asked?
No, it was the importance of setting goals in business.
Setting goal in business. Now, goal in business. I always encourage people to set a higher goal. Okay. If you think that, okay, what is your goal in your business, in the next 6 months? And they
Mm,
give me that goal. I said, why can you lift it up for 10 times? They said, oh my gosh, I don't think I can do it. I said, why not? See, limiting beliefs. So if you can expand that belief and you can say, yes, you can. And this is how. And they
true.
will push themselves forward. See, I always try to find that potential in anybody, in us.
Mm,
We have that great potential. But a lot of times we were raised, the society has taught us that we have to be very careful, very conservative with whatever we want because we don't want to be disappointed. And I said, no, you're going to just learn that by working with us, you're going to learn that if you fail, like just say that you set your goal that high and you don't reach that goal,
mm,
don't feel disappointed. Be so proud of yourself because look how far you have come from the day that you started to the day that you get there. All right. And then we learn from the mistakes or whatever the challenges or the obstacles that prevented us from getting there. And then we're going to just set another goal and we just move forward.
mm.
It's the whole process is exciting. There's no disappointment here.
That's true. I always say there's no failure. There's always growing and learning. There's no failure in entire life, in business in particular. There's no failure. There's only growing and learning. No matter what happens, it's only learning. And Denzel Washington once said, uh, "We don't plan to fail. We fail to
Mm,
plan."
that's right.
That is why, so like, we fail to plan. That's why we are not going forward. So what is really important in here, so business is about plans. If you don't plan where you are going, where you want to go, you don't know what you have to do in your daily basis. If you don't know what you have to do, what you want to achieve by the end of this month, by the end of this week, by the end of this year, you don't know how to divide your daily works. For
Mm-hmm.
example, like, just simply, and a small idea, like example, if you don't know how many clients you want by the end of this month, how do you know how many people you have to talk to? Your coach, I have seen an amazing video of him lately. He was teaching his daughter
Right.
how to close a deal, right, on a call.
Right.
And after the call, he just told her, you have to call 10 person in order for one to answer and to close a deal. So that is the goal. We have to know we want one client, and for one client we have to make 10 calls or talk to 10 person. That's what it's all about, plans. And you have to know what you really want by the end of this month, by the end of today, by the end of this week. So according to that goal, you have to plan. So one thing I really want to ask, how are you advising your clients or people to set their goal or their plans? Either it is monthly, weekly, or how?
So we start from the goal, right? And then the target. We have the goal, and then we have to set the target. And then from the target, and then you plan. So we have a schedule. So I always have a block, like a schedule. Let me see if I can just show it to you. For instance, it's like this, right? So then you have 7 days. And now within that 7 days, then you have to block every hour, the activity in every hour per day.
Wow.
And then if you want to be more efficient, you have to block it in how many 15 minutes. So, it depends on what you do, right? If that person is a salesperson, then how many calls are you going to make in 15 minutes? Because you know that not everybody is going to just say, hi, I'm so glad that you called me. Most of them will be like, I'm busy, I don't have time. And they click, right? But you keep dialing. So how many of them? You have to be very efficient. So when you call, you're not going to say, hi, how are you? No, because you call, you are not interested in asking about their lives or their children or their wives. You're asking because the purpose of your call is to tell them this is the service, right, that you can provide, and that they can benefit from your service or products. So that I'm just using that as an example, if that's your sales or right. And for a lot of us, we use social media, as a platforms, to promote online. And this is great because a lot of women, we start from home, and then, we don't have like an actual, and why would we want to have an actual building? While we have like the entire platforms here, we have different platforms that we can reach basically every single person in every corner on earth. So then how many posts that you have to post every day? Right? How many videos you have to post every day? How many reels? How many stories? And the content that you're gonna make. It's not about, okay, if I am a business coach, nobody would want to see what I have for lunch. It's irrelevant, right? So the messages that I would like to give out to the audience has to be very consistent. So the content and the quality of my message has to be very, very relevant to what I do.
Exactly. I agree.
So that's what I actually, so that's one of the things. It's very, if you go on, other social media platforms, and you can see that people, sometimes you go on the page and you have no idea what that person does because it's very confusing. Right? So we have to be very consistent. If there's anything, then please, just be mindful of that. If anybody that, can listen, and if you have any questions, feel free to just message me or message you. I'm sure that you believe the same way, and you teach people the same way, very consistent. Yep.
True. That's true. People follows you for a reason. People are following you for a reason. If you are a business coach, they are following you for your advices, for your business advices. If you post some contents about food, about some other irrelevant things, I'm sure by the end of the day, you lose some of your followers because they say, this is not why we follow this person.
Right.
Why we
Right.
have to, follow her anymore? Like, there's no reason, because we followed her for a reason. Now we don't see that reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's true. That's very interesting. And you know what? And that was when I started my Instagram, for instance. That is the latest, the newest
mhm,
things, you know. And actually, you know, I started TikTok too because I didn't believe in TikTok at first, but now we have to start using it. So when people started to follow you for the wrong reason, and now they know this is what you do,
mhm.
and then they will follow you because now they know what you do is not what they interest of. So then that's fine. But then, you know, the more time you become consistent, the people that actually following you because they really benefit from what you have to say. And I'm okay with it, you know, and that's why I have more engagement with those people. I am promoting. So I believe in business, but I believe strongly in women. I believe in women. If we take care of our health,
Mhm.
if we take care of ourselves, we can make money while feeling amazing. That is my ultimate goal. So
Are you just coaching women, or women and men both?
you know, men would approach me, and if they would like to talk to me about business, yes. But I love working with women. Like, I'm sorry, I'm biased. I love talking to women because I can connect with them deeply, right? So I have, you know, men. That's you know, I work with them if they feel that they
Same.
can relate to me. But I love working with women.
Let me tell you something that I really experienced in my life, which is
Mm-hmm.
exactly true for what you say. The reason why it is true is I have around 5 years experience. Maybe you have more, but I have kind of 5 years experience in this. I worked with both male and female, working with
Mm-hmm.
them on their mindset. But I realized that by the end of like this time, last year or 2 years ago, yeah, 2 years ago, when I started my agency, Entrepreneurs Plans, I realized, like, back to the time I started, like, without any business, without anything. I just started working with people's mindset, improving themselves. I realized that those people who got benefit from me are mostly women.
Mm-hmm.
Women listen to women more, because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, not sometimes, most of the time, we understand each other more on a deeper level, more than a man, or more than we can understand a man, and a man can understand us. For example, when I tell you today I might have some pains because of my period, you
Mm-hmm.
understand me much more and better than a man. They say
Right.
yes, okay, you can take your time, but don't, they don't understand me as much as you do.
Right. Yes,
If
that's
I
right.
tell, like, there are so many things that we understand each other much better on a deeper level than how we understand a man and how they understand us. That's why I really want
Absolutely.
to work with ladies personally, and
Right.
I'm sure
Like
that's
we know how we think, like deep down subconsciously,
yeah,
how we think,
exactly
right?
true.
So, so like, you know, without even speaking, you know, so you know, I just love working with women because like you said, I believe that I benefit them more.
Yeah, I agree. So, as a business coach, what is your strategy? You recommended some how you are going to divide your, days, and works according to the days and hours. What is your recommendation for entrepreneurs when they start? They begin their business, when they are a startup entrepreneur, when they start their business, because on daily basis, as I told you, I see a lot of ladies when they
Mhm.
reach out to me, maybe reach out to you, I am talking to them on another problem. Okay, I'm really talking to them on another problem. Like, I'm saying, they have stress, they have anxiety, they
Mhm.
have they don't know how to move forward, and they don't know what to do. All of these things, they have all these problems. But at some point when I talk to them, I understand that this is all because they haven't set any goals, any
Mm.
plans. That's why,
Mhm.
not setting goal, not setting any plan, like, they don't have a plan. they don't
Mhm.
they don't divide the works according to their days, how they work, how to reach their goals. So based on this, it will create kind of misunderstanding. Like they don't know where to go. That's the problem. They don't know where to go. So it creates stress, anxiety, and a lot of things that they don't know what to do. They don't know what should they do the next day. But if you ask me what should I do for the next 5 years, I know I can tell you day by day what am I going to do. Because I have some goals. I know what should I do, how I can function according to that. But the problem is that so many of them have so many mindset problems because of this simple thing that they don't do, just setting goals. So what is your recommendation? What's your advice for those entrepreneurs who start their business about this?
Well, I totally agree with you. So start with the mindset. Start with the mindset that, yes, I can do this. That's what if you ask me to just give a general advice, start with the belief that, yes, you can do it. And secondly, believe in change. Have an open mind that the things that you thought that would work, or the things that may have worked in the past, may not work no longer. So you have to be open to change. All right. Things that you thought that may work for my parents, or I've seen people did that before, it worked for them, may no longer work today. Because this world, the world right now is changing so rapidly. So that's why I always recommend people to learn daily. And that would be number 3. Open mind and train daily. Every day you have to learn something new. Anything that relates to your business, about anything that interests you, relates to whatever that you do, you have to learn every single day. Because the things that you learned from last year right now is already obsolete. Not even last year, maybe last month. So we have to keep updated ourselves and our knowledge to be able to provide more benefits to other people, to the customers that you serve, right? And when you talked about earlier about people that come to you without any plan or any goals, so they confuse. Confusion is a guarantee of failure. If there's a confusion, there's a failure. We have to be very clear, crystal clear. Now, first of all, when you have a business idea, you already know your products or services, right? Who would be your ideal customer? Who are you serving? Oh, anybody? No. Who actually would benefit your products or services the most? Have to be very clear on that. So that just say that, okay, this is the world, right? So you think the world is like this much. And then, okay, well, my service is about women. So you have a smaller circle, okay? And then what kind of women? Okay, so you narrow them down from, whatever year, from 20 to like 50. You have another circle, okay?
Sorry for interrupting. I call it personally client avatar. That's called
exactly
avatar.
And that's why we have avatar. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. So we have avatars, and we can have a couple or several avatars. Yes, but you have to be very clear, because then when you talk to your clients, you talk to that very person, so that you speak with them, at a more personal level, because you know exactly what their problems are and what can you offer to solve their problem. Because my problem is going to be different from your problem, right? So then everybody has a problem. They will not buy your service or products if they don't have a problem. So we have to understand.
This is so true. I agree.
What their pain point is to be able to deliver the solution.
That's so true. I agree. How setting goals can help entrepreneurs in entrepreneurs' minds, which is really, for me, I think it's one of the problems that a lot of people reach out to me is because they don't have any goal. They don't have any plans. So they are stressed. They don't know where to go, where they want to go. What do they want to do? What do they want to achieve in 1 month, in 2 months? They don't have any plan for their business, any goal. That's why they are stressed. That's why they have a lot of anxiety. They don't achieve anything. As you said, there are goals. We have a goal and we have to divide what we have to do according to this goal. For example,
Mhm.
how many calls we should have in a day if you are a salesperson,
Mhm.
if you are a coach, or whatever, if you are a VA, how many people you have to reach out to in a day in order to have one client by the end of the day. So for example, as your coach, as I mentioned, your coach, you have to make 10 phone calls in order to have one by the end of the day. So
That's right.
you already know nine of them is a no. So you don't have to take a no for an answer. You
Mhm.
shouldn't be stressed by one, by two, by three, by four, by five. Maybe the last one would be the yes for you. So don't give
Right.
up. What I'm saying, I always say, don't give up. When there's something like this, don't give up. Don't take no for an answer. You have to put this in your mind. You have to already put this in your mind that I will take 9 no's, then there will be one yes. So I
Right.
will not take no for an answer. I wouldn't be stressed for a no. I wouldn't get I wouldn't get mad. I won't give up. If I have a no, I won't give up. You already know what is going on. You already know that there should be 10 calls for have one yes. So you shouldn't say, okay, I will give up because I have a no. So this is how it really helps people. For according to me, this is how it really helps people. But I want you to tell me how it can really help people to save time. Like as a business coach, how, according to you, how it really can help someone, an entrepreneur, to save time, setting
When
goals,
they set
setting
goal,
plans. Yeah, set goals, set plans. How it can really help someone to save some time.
um, with a clear goal, and then you have a very clear plan, step by step, how to get there. It saves you time because then you don't have to go to a different directions. So, like I said earlier, just like if you would like to go to a store, so there are 5 different stores around you. But if you know exactly that is the very store that you're going to go to, then you already think in advance what would be the best way for you to get there. Um,
True.
the quickest time, right? The fastest and most efficiently. So then it's very clear. But if you don't have a plan and if you don't know where to go to, then you would have to go try over here. No, it's not what you want. Gonna try over there. It's not what you want. Then you go here. No, it's not what you want. And then finally you get there. You already wasted your time.
True.
So setting goal is very important. It's one of the, I think just like anything that we do in life, why would you want to do it? At first, yes, you want to have your own business. Why? Okay, because of this and that. Yes, and that is your goal. And I think nobody would want to set a goal, if nobody would want to. It's like your inspiration, it's aspiration, right? If you don't have a dream that you're really passionate about, then at that point you wouldn't have any goal. But if you already have a goal, that means you feel in your guts, in your tummy, in your heart, in your soul, that there's something that you can do, that you meant to be greater.
Mm.
And what is it?
That's so
What is your true call? And then, if you find that, yes, if you know about it, great. But if you don't, then talk to somebody like us, because we know the right question to ask. And then we can just open up a lot of layers because we know that we come from different backgrounds, childhood and traumas, and people have different experience in life. So we just help you to reveal, we just peel each layer at a time, and we will find the true core beautiful value inside of you.
That's so true.
And then we will know, yes, that's the reason why you want that dream, and that will be your goal. So
Exactly.
how are we going to make that your future reality? And we're going to talk about it.
Exactly. That's true. I agree. There's something really you mentioned, like not wasting time to achieve your goal. If you already know, if you are an entrepreneur, like this is for audience, if you are an entrepreneur who wants to make, like, who want to have a client, by the end of the week, by the end of the day. You have to set goal, and according to that, set your plans, what you have to do in every day. Don't waste your time in other things. Maybe 1 or 2 days. I have had these times, but I already know it's me, it's nothing. It's not the business that's not working. It's me that I'm not working. Set something, like write down those things that you waste your time in. I always say, write down those things that you waste your time in. For example, I waste my time in listening to a lot of music. I waste my time in listening to a lot of watching a lot of shows. I waste my time in like just scrolling, like looking into social media. I waste my time on talking to my friends. I waste my time talking to my mom. Like this is one of the biggest problems of female entrepreneurs. They waste a lot of time on their daily basis talking to their friend, their family, their mom. Like, come on. If you want to have a goal, like the goal is what really defines you tomorrow. What really helps you to have more time. People think, yes, they don't have to put this aside in order to work. That's not what reality is. If you work harder today, if you put all of these things, talking to a friend, talking to family a lot, talking to like partner a lot, and make more time for your business, I will make them sure that by tomorrow they will have more time for them, because they have worked so hard at some point. Now they will get financial freedom at some point, and they will sit there, spend their time with their family. All of these things happen by setting goals for their business. So,
and I just want to make a comment on
yeah,
that. I know that is your expertise, right? How to help entrepreneurs to use their time the most efficient
exactly.
way and how to save time. I know that's your thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but for me, and I understand, like, life, we got pulled in different directions. We get distracted very easily. So what I do is that, my phone, I set timer. Like I set timer. So if time, like you said, how much time I do this. So if I extend it a little bit, my timer is going to go on and say, oops, that's it. I better, do it quickly. So I better move to the next subject. So that works for me. So I don't know if that may resonate with some of your, the audience. But yeah,
Exactly.
that's what I do.
I agree. So one more questions I wanted to ask you. What do you think will happen if someone doesn't set goals, doesn't write goals and plans? What will happen to a business, to an entrepreneur? So because we always say these are the good parts, the advantages of setting goals. So let's say what will happen if you or an entrepreneur doesn't set goals, doesn't write down goals and plans?
Right.
What will be the outcome?
Right. The outcome would be three things. Number one, you're going to waste the most important value. That will be your time. Because time, when you lose, you can take back. So you will lose time because you're going to maybe eventually get there with your business, but then you lose so much time. And number two is money. Because by not knowing what you're doing with a very set and, crystal clear plan, you lose money. And I'm not talking about losing the money. It's the opportunity cost. Because if you say yes to something, if you're doing something instead of doing something that is more productive, that means you already lose that opportunity cost. The money that you lose is the opportunity that you could have gotten if you did that instead of doing this.
That's so true.
So that's the opportunity cost. And number three is your confidence.
I like that.
Right?
So
because
true.
if you're doing all of the above, and you do it wrong, the more of the failure that you experience in life, it is up your confidence. Yes, you need some wins to be able to boost up your confidence. Yeah, so that's what, those are the three things.
That's so true, because to this point, so I remember back to the time when I started my first business, even my second one. I wrote down some plans and I said, I'm going to do this and I have to get this much client by the end of this month. And I wrote down the plans and I did what exactly I wanted to do, like daily calls and daily, even with the team, like daily calls, messages, advertisements and everything. We did everything the same way I wanted. So by the end of the month, when I first, I remember very well when I got my first client, and it was very good for me. I knew I will get it, okay, because I have written my plans, my goals in a way I knew I will get it. But I knew I will get it already. But when I got it, I felt confidence, a lot of more confident, like in what I do, in my ability and my goals.
Right.
That's what really matters. You get the confidence, you will be more confident in what you do, your abilities and your goals. And writing down plans, you say, okay, if this works this time, I'm sure if I set more goals, more plan and bigger goals, bigger plans, I can achieve it. So
That's right.
So my last question for you, can you recommend me or us, the audience, top 5 books that will help people about goals, plans, or improving, self-improvement or business, whatever, like
Right.
in your niche as a business coach?
Yeah.
Can you recommend 5 books, top 5 books that's really important for you?
Well, the first one that I would recommend would be the 10x rule, right, by Grant Cardone.
I love that.
And I always have it right here with me because it's like something that you can refer to. Let me just take it. It's something that I refer to. Is here.
Wow.
Okay, it's the 10x rule. So now in this book, what it says is that so the book says the only difference between success and failure. The only difference between success and failure in this book, right? So the 10x rule, it's basically he said that you should set the target for yourself that is 10 times greater than you think you can achieve, and then you take 10 times greater of the actions to achieve it. So that's the goal setting.
Wow,
right?
I like that.
10 times greater. Right? Because again, it's limiting belief. And Grant always pushes you to go after your potential.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about what you think you can get. It's the potential. That's why we have to set it 10 times greater, because you have no idea what your potential is gonna, how big and how high your potential is gonna be.
Wow,
right?
that's so true. I agree.
Right, that's powerful. So that would be the book number one. And the second book that I would recommend is also from him is Sold or Sell or to be Sold. So basically, that is about what you do is that you have to have that conviction. You have to have a complete belief in what you do. Just say that, okay, if you believe in whatever the products or the service that you do right now, like I myself, what I do, I have absolute confidence and belief in what I do and my products and services. Like my service, I believe that I can just help anybody. Like I have that crazy belief and my conviction and my commitment to help anybody that I can. So I strongly believe in that. Right? I am so sold in what I do that you cannot tell me if somebody walked up to me and say, Moza, I don't think you can do it. And I said, no, you are wrong, because I can. I know I can. So you have to have that absolute belief in you so that when you talk to people, that is going to be so transparent. People can see it. They can see it. They can feel it. Right?
That's so true.
So read that book, and then I think you're going to find it very interesting. Another book is, what you mentioned, Dean Graziosi. Yes. So he has the book, The Millionaire Habit. So success, right?
And success habits.
Success of habits. Yes, that would be the book that I would recommend. Yes, I love that book as well. That would be one. And another book that I think, we, women especially, I'm sure that the book of Napoleon Hill's is the, what is that called? The one that Think and Grow Rich.
Oh, Think
Think
and
and Grow
Grow
Rich.
Rich.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
from
I have it.
Napoleon Hill. Now,
I have it here. I think I have
right?
it. Yeah, 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 yes. I know.
But
That's one
that
of
book
the
was
most
actually
amazing books.
right, and people talk about that a lot because a lot of millionaires and billionaires in the world, they started reading that book. That book
Yes.
has mentioned so many times if you listen to them talking, because that book was written very long time ago. So
Mhm.
the language is a little bit, and you know that too. The language is a little bit different, and it talked a lot about men,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
Because that's what they had back then. Entrepreneurs, they're all men. So Sharon Lecter is the one that I'm sure that you read the Rich Dad and Poor Dad, right?
Yes.
So she was the co-writer of that book. So she wrote a book that is the million the what is it the Think and Grow Rich for Women.
Mm.
So look that up. Think and Grow Rich for Women.
Wow.
So
I will
she
for
would put
sure.
it in a woman perspective in nowadays world.
Mm.
So it's very interesting,
Interesting. Yeah.
right? It's
Yeah.
so relevant to us.
Wow.
So
That's
yes, look it up. And then, last but not least, if you guys, I know that not everybody wants to read. We have a little booklet.
oh.
This is
That's
the millionaire booklet. It's
mm.
like, it's very small. It's, and I highlight them, it's just like, it's very small, but it's so valuable.
Yes.
So it's like a little booklet and you can keep it with you.
Thank you so much. It was amazing, really. So it's just out of the topic, but let me see you personally. What are your top five? Like, not top five. Like, what are your those songs that you really listen to on daily basis? Your songs, like playlist.
Songs, to be honest, I love Yanni's music and
Oh,
Richard Clayderman. I
uh,
grew up listening to Richard Clayderman.
mm,
All right. Because I,
true.
I was a ballerina. I learned ballet since I was little.
Oh,
So, you learn, in that environment, that's the music that moves me, right?
oh,
So
that's so true.
listening to that, and that's the kind of music that speaks to me.
That's
Yeah.
so true. Oh,
And I
amazing.
love, yeah, all of that. Like,
Any other?
I don't have a favorite song. It's just that music. It just speaks to me
Oh,
because it just, whenever I listen to those music, right? And
mhm,
violin and any kind of those instrumental, it just opened my, it's just like the whole world of imagination. I
mhm.
can just envision everything that I want. I mean, without any kind of lyrics.
Wow.
It's just for me, for my mind.
Oh, that, yeah, it just depends on the person. Okay,
Right.
one last um, one last question that I want to ask you. Have you ever, as a person, as a business coach, have you ever given up on a job, a full-time job, let's say, or something to be this person who you are today, or create your own
Absolutely.
business?
Absolutely. A
Can you
lot.
can you tell us a little bit about those opportunities that you have given up? I can tell you
So,
mine. I can tell you
mhm.
mine. I can share mine, but you're my guest, and I wanna listen to yours first.
Right, because so I just want to, I don't know how much time we have, but here I just want to say that we all of us have equally 24 hours a day. So how do we use it more efficiently? Yes, I had a job, and my job would give me, security, and that you go to do whatever you need to do, but then there's no growth, right? And I don't want to say too specifically, because some people, they just love their job,
Mm,
right?
that's
And
so
they can, at their job, they can have the opportunity to grow, and that's perfect, that's wonderful. But the job that I had, you get paid by salary, and doesn't matter how much you do more or less, that's it, right? And it was not a good fit, and I feel that I can do more. So when I spend 8 hours at my job, I feel that I could have done so much more in those 8 hours,
that's so true.
right?
That's so true.
So I just, and it was just a job. I mean, I didn't hate it. I liked what I do, but I love, because I love my passion. This is my passion, and I can feel my spirit. I'm so happy when I'm
Yeah,
working toward my passion. So then we would have make a choice, because when I'm too busy on this, then I cannot do that. And again, with my goal, what is my ultimate goal? What
Mm.
is my dream?
That's so
Do I
true.
want to be that person for the next 10 years, or do I want to see myself grow and then help more people doing this? So then you would have to make that choice.
That's so true. So there's something that people misunderstanding about starting a business. When they start a business, they think that they can achieve, like, they can get millions of dollars in 1 month, in 2 months, which is a really which is a really wrong idea, wrong, mindset when
Right.
they start their when they start their business, their own business online. That's why so many entrepreneurs give up when they start.
Mm.
I saw a lot of entrepreneurs. They were growing much faster than me when we started, but now they have given up because they didn't get what they wanted. But I didn't. I knew that it's not a matter of 1 day and 2 days and 3 days. It's just step
Mhm.
by step going up. So this is the
Right.
wrong concept that people get when they start their business. And one more thing that I really wanted to add was, like, the time and energy we give into a full-time job is like just what it brings to us. It just brings like stress, because working for something that you don't love is called stress. Working for something that you love is called passion.
Right.
You can put more time and energy in something that you really love, and you don't
Right.
feel bored. i I
Right.
feel this way when I work
Mhm.
every day. I am in my office. I work. Like, every time my mom calls me, and she's like, "Aren't you bored with this? Aren't you tired? Come, take some
Mhm.
rest." And I'm like, "Mom, no, I'm fine. I'm really fine. Like, I'm really fine." Because giving this much time and energy in something I really love is called passion. I'm really passionate about it. I'm not tired. I'm not getting tired. So this is what really means to have your business, that you're passionate about, to not get
Right.
tired. If you're
Mhm.
really tired of what you're doing, that means you're not passionate about what you're doing. You have to find it
Right.
out. And
Mhm.
there's something else you mentioned, which is security. Like,
Mhm.
people think that when they have a full-time job, like, in a governmental place, in a school, in a hospital, in a whatever, like a company, they think they have security. The reality is this: that's not true,
Mhm.
because at some point they might lose it. This is the first thing. They have no guarantee of not losing it. And
Mhm.
number two, money is not a tool. Number two, money is not a tool for security, it's a tool for creation.
Mhm.
If we don't create something with the money that we have, that doesn't mean that it gives us security. With the time and energy we put in a full-time job, and if it doesn't give us the security and the feeling, the good feeling to be comfortable, that means we have wasted our time. That same time and energy, if we put in our passion, in something that we are passionate about, we will make money, and we will create something. We will create something, and we will that will bring money. So we have to know that money is not a tool. If someone has a job, full-time job, and they say we cannot give up on this, money is not a tool for security, it's a tool for creation. So
I love it.
yeah,
Love it.
yeah,
Absolutely. I love
yeah.
it.
Thank you so much. So thank you so much, Moza Bella, an amazing person, an amazing personality, and a nice name. Thank you so much for your time, taking your
Thank you,
time to be
Hazel.
here with me, and your amazing advices. I hope I can see you in another time, another podcast, in
Absolutely.
person. In person.
Mhm.
Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Let's
And
plan for that. Absolutely. I would love that. Let's plan for it.
of course,
I'm going to come and visit you.
I will be happy to have you here. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so
You're
much. And
welcome.
goodbye.
Goodbye. Stay connected. Stay in